turned over the reins of the CEO role to your
Mhm.
son about 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's perfect time in July of 2020.
Here you go. You got it.
You got it, bud.
No, and then I just some other noteworthy things. You were on the chair. You were on the IFA board of directors from 2013 to 2019. So not only
That's right.
a leader in sport clips, but a leader in the industry at large.
Yeah, I've been very active in our trade associations. We have the International Chain Salon Association,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all multi-unit, and it's everybody from regional, Pelosi there in Pittsburgh, for example,
Yeah.
all the way to Sport Clips, Great Clips, Supercuts, all the Regis brands, and Alta and JCPenney, and a lot of other regional brands. So I was on the board there for about 12 years, and I was president before, and my son is now president. So.
Yeah, outstanding. You've been very gracious with your time. You were the 2015 Vetrepreneur of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
You were a former Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
You were also on the GI Jobs cover of GI Jobs in September 2022, and Vet Friend Committee, still involved in that.
Yes, very much so. I was chairman of that for 1 year, and I said, you can't get much done in 1 year, so I think we're going to change it to 2-year terms. And they said, great, you're going to stay another year? I said, no, not for me, but for the next guy. but yeah, I'm still very active with the Vet Friend.
So tell us a little bit, just a leadership insight into how you go from a founder, right? A founder who's tinkering with the processes and tinkering with the formula, to somebody that scaled to oversee 1,900 locations. Because that's not often the case that the same person can go from founder to CEO of such a large organization.
Well, Chris, I like structure, and I guess that's one reason I got a degree in engineering and things.
Yeah.
I like things orderly. The military, the Air Force was a great training program. It was very structured, of course, and you learn that, what the critical elements are to get a mission accomplished. You learn how to build a team. You have to interact with people from all over the country and different backgrounds and so forth, and meld them into a team, and your life depends on it, really. Mm-hmm. So that was the leadership skills you develop in the military, I think, are really very, very helpful to anyone who's going into business for themselves. But I think especially in franchising, because veterans are used to working in a structured environment. They have the discipline to execute. They have this failure is not an option mindset. We have a lot of veterans in our system, and it's really a good fit. And that's the whole concept of Vetrepreneur, is introducing veterans into franchising. I was at a table today moderating one. Young man sitting next to me came straight out of the Army, became a franchisee of a system, and now he has 4 locations and going gangbusters. And his military background really was helpful to him, and I think it's a good fit for veterans looking to get into business, especially since a lot of veterans don't have business backgrounds or business experience. So you're coming into a system where a franchisor has already developed the system, made a lot of the mistakes that keep you from making them. So I think it's really a good marriage.
I was in naval aviation. You were in Air Force aviation. They hand you a book about this thick, and they say, this is how you operate and maintain that aircraft.
That's right, isn't it?
And a franchise isn't a whole lot different.
It's very similar to Dash 1 of how to operate. We call them Dash 1s in the Air Force. I like checklists, being a pilot, and I'm also, when I worked in Price Waterhouse, I earned my CPA. So I like checklists, I like structure, and so we have a checklist for everything. And very structured, like grand openings. Our grand opening process starts several months before the opening with a checklist. Every week, these are the things that need to be done in order to be ready to open in 6 months or 4 months from now. So the whole mindset of being orderly and structured and disciplined, I think, is very important.